What does it mean to you to be a Jablonski?
First thing that comes to mind is recognition. People hear their last name, Jablonski. Where are you from? The ones from Webo, Belfield, Dickinson. There's people hear that name and they know you're Polish for one thing. And then they try to associate it with Webo. So it's very nice to have a recognizable name, no matter how you spell it.
Oh, let's see. I would think the Jablonski name should mean family, because it's definitely a family.
To be a Jablonski, I guess the word when I hear that, I think of large families, because my dad had a very large family, 13. It just seems like most of the Jablonski families have been large. So it means family, loving family, getting together, being raised on a farm, because that's where Dad came from, and most of the Jablonski's aunt and uncles came from the farm. So I guess it just means good old wholesome family to me.
Sometimes it means chaos, frustration, mostly fun, dependable, long-term brothers and sisters you can always rely on, always having somebody there for you. It's an awesome experience growing up with a lot of kids in the family.
Being a Jablonski is the strongest support system that my mom and dad grew up, because they had strong families, large families. Just that ability to know that you always had somebody you could fall back on if you needed help growing up. And now, as married and living in separate places, it definitely is an amazing feeling to come from a large family and the strong roots of the Jablonski family.
To be a Jablonski means family and faith to me.
Be part of a very large family that does a lot of things together, like Christmas in July and other get-togethers and events. So being part of a big family is what it usually comes to mind.
To be a Jablonski means obviously one of many. Proud, proud's probably what it means most.
I think, to me, it means that you have faith, love, and hope within a group of people, especially when we're all together like this.
For me, being a Jablonski it's being a Jablonski. That is a ski word, and to me it brings family. It brings family together for me.
Jablonski means that you have a lot of other people looking out for you.
What is your best childhood memory?
My best childhood memory, I guess the reason why I'm the one, that wakes up the earliest always is we wanted to wake up early to be able to go with Dad to do chores. So I was always up early and he was too. And I remember watching Dallas, which was on at a weird time. And I wanted to be up early just to be able to be the first one to go with him to do anything outside, just to be with Dad. And that's my best childhood memory.
Childhood memory is probably being around all my brothers and sisters and working on the farm and playing games on the farm just to get by and keep ourselves busy. We didn't have a lot of TV channels, so we had to do something. When we sheared sheep in the spring, we got to stay home from school. We got caramel rolls made for us. So I know it's not the most exciting, but
Going to, watch basketball tournaments or playoff football games or any road football game, with my dad. We'd drive to Billings or Laurel or, for football games, Park City, just those road trips with my dad and, the family were special.
Only thing that comes to mind is Rachel and Wendy really like to have animals, so cats and stuff in the house. And one time we were coming downstairs and Wendy stepped on a kitten. Yeah. Not that they were not the only ones that had pets. Unfortunately, I did have baby mice as pets for a while until I lost them in the house. Yeah, I stopped having pets.
For childhood memories, I'd have to say there was a couple of Christmases where we all were at the farm and all did Christmas Eve and eating shrimp and eating chocolate covered cherries and eating and eating and eating and just visiting with everybody. If the older sisters came with the kids, and it's always, where's your kids, and you forget your sisters or your brother brought your kids and they have to deal with all the stuff too. So for me, I always remembered growing up to say, how are you doing too, to my brothers or sisters.
Came to me when we were sitting outside. Whenever there was a storm that would come in on the farm, we'd all hang out by the screen door or be outside watching it come in, and you could see the storm coming off in the distance. And when it would get quiet, you hear the weather vane go, and then the wind would shoot from the other way, and just be able to see the storms come in. We all enjoyed doing that together.
Eve, when Grandpa bought Jeff two-way radios. Apparently Jeff didn't know you're supposed to have two of them right away. So he was downstairs holding on to the second one, pretending to be Santa Claus, flying over the Jablonskis as Jeff is trying to get it to work, and hears this and about dies. Did you hear that, guys? We gotta go. Santa's flying over. Yeah, Dad got a kick out of that one.
Growing up on the farm, going in the tractor, sitting behind the combine, swathing.
It seemed like when we were little at Christmas, Dad was always kind of late on getting everybody's gifts, so he would, or else he'd take us all, I don't remember, but close to Christmas, we'd go to beach. And if it was snowing, but they would have cocoa, they must have had an event going on because they would have cocoa, and some of the stores would be open. And it just seems like we could just kind of run into, kind of go with another sibling, and Dad would go and get gifts, and we'd go to the coast to coast and start looking for presents. And it just, I don't know, every Christmas it just seemed to be going shopping with him. And yeah, that right now at Christmas, that's the one memory.
Sometimes when Mom and Dad would go bowling, we would turn all the lights off and play bang bang in the dark of the house, and we would make a total mess of the house in the dark and have to hurry up and get it cleaned up really quick before they pulled into the yard. So I remember those things, we did that quite often. Or if Mom and Dad were gone and Grandma came, she taught us a card game called Oh Hell. So that was fun to learn that as a kid. Cousins and relatives coming out to visit us and just being able to walk all over the farm and not have to worry about anything.
Last childhood memory is in the deviant position, or the deviant part was Jeff and I checking to see if cotton would burn. The cottonwood trees down around the farmhouse had been blooming cotton for a couple of days or weeks, and it was about 3 feet tall down in the trees, and Jeff and I wondered if it would burn, so we took our matches down there. We ran as fast as we could back to the house and told somebody that, I don't know what happened, but there's a fire. And then they went and put it out, thank goodness, and for the next 2 weeks our cousin Mark Jablonski checked our pockets to make sure we weren't going outside with any matches.
In one word, how would you describe our family?
Unique.
Unique.
Full. Full of love.
Blessed.
Blessed.
Awesome.
Fun-loving.
Resilient.
Faith.
Enormous.
Well, it's pretty obvious. Family. I think family is everything. It's where you go. It's home. If you want to go home, you think of family. You think of everybody coming together, and family to me is family/home.
What is one thing that Joann has taught you?
Not to say bad, no. Not to say piss man. No. Patience. Still learning.
To be kind, pleasant, patient. You don't have to drink to get drunk. You can drink to be sociable.
First thing that comes to my mind is you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. That could be a song, or it could be from my mother, Joann.
To bite your tongue. If you don't have anything nice to say, probably not to say it, especially those last few years. And I have been around my mom a lot compared to everybody else. So yeah, that's probably.
Tolerance, patience for sure. And, not to take things too seriously. To, not get too worked up about things, see the humor in something instead of maybe, especially as a parent, when your kids are maybe acting up, see the humor in it, have a laugh, don't get too worked up about things.
Mom has taught me a lot, but I would say acceptance of all and loving of all.
Well, I think just looking at her as being a mother and how to be a good mom, but also how to let things go. Don't hang on to the stuff in the past, just let it go and live for the day and look forward, and don't let that stuff drag you down. The stuff that you're worried about or thinking about, just go on and let it go in the past.
Well, let's see. There was a lot of lessons, of course. Just respect, kindness. I mean, if you look at Mom, you already know, and you can see it in her kids, her grandkids, of what she's passed down. I've always thought if you're kind, that kindness is going to come back to you. So in the end, it is kindness, and always have a smile on your face.
Mom has taught me that family is important and spend time and help others out as part of the family, and as the family is growing, you can see it rippling through all the other nieces and nephews and their families now. So just to be part of the family and participate.
To speak what is on your heart. If you have a urging, you need to, it's probably from the Holy Spirit, and it needs to be said in a loving way, but it might be correction or affirmation to somebody, but it's, you can't wait till tomorrow. You need to do it today.
With so many things to choose from, she's always the example she's given is always to give more than you should and give more than you expect to get back. That's what I've learned from her and learned from Dad.
I
am
A
A.
Job.
Blonsky.
Jablonski.